Morning, guys. Or should I say afternoon? I think it's afternoon now. By the time you get the girls ready, you get breakfast done, you change haven, you reach change haven. The day is already gone and it's afternoon and I'm having my breakfast now. I said morning. It's really afternoon or brunch. I'm here today just to share a quick word of encouragement. Something's really lifted my spirit. Got me to the point of even doing makeup and putting earrings in. The hair had to be covered because lockdown and I can't control it anymore. It won't lie down. Anyway, let's get to the word. I recently watched a video that was suggested on my Instagram, and it's a quick TikTok video, and this guy was saying something along the lines of, are we supposed, those of us who have been called by God to do something, are we supposed to know what we're doing? And then he comes back to say, yeah, I know, we're not supposed to know what we're doing. And today's scripture that came alongside it is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 24. When I get excited, my words get muddled up. Chapter 5 verse 24, that says that he who has called you is faithful and he will also do it. And isn't that powerful? Sometimes along the line we get so overwhelmed with the calling of God, whether he's called you into ministry, whether he's called you into a job role, whether he's called you into anything like parenting, whatever it is, then we get so much overwhelmed by it. But today we're being reminded that he chose you. And he's the one who's going to do through you what he can do, not what you can do. So when you are feeling overwhelmed, remember who has called you to this. None of us is supposed to have the strength or what it takes to do. Just look at the things that you've been called by God to do. And it's not just ministry always. And in parenting, becoming a parent, I always tell myself, I can't do this. But the kids are thriving. Obviously, God is in there. And so just to encourage you, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you've been called to preach, if you've been called to stand in the gap for somebody or a family who don't know Christ, and you're feeling overwhelmed, remember who your God is. Let's keep reminding ourselves, and I think God is so intentional in the Bible, the people he chooses. He chose David, he chooses Jeremiah, Gideon, the likes of Moses to lead his people. They were not people who had what it takes, physically, mentally, whatever, but this is a God who shows his power through who he chooses. When we get to that point, we should remember, I always encourage myself with David and his story and who he was, a shepherd boy called to the throne of Israel. And I just want to really just encourage you, when Satan, sometimes when you get overwhelmed, he gets you in the corner of that ring and he's giving you those knockout punches. Remind him of who your God is and not who you are. God chose you. You were sitting somewhere minding your business and he said, I will do through you this. I will do through you that. He didn't choose the qualified or the knowledgeable, but his word always promises that he will do through us. If it takes healing, if it's going to take deliverance, if it's going to take restoration, if it's going to take him teaching you step by step, and this is what I'm going through now, his love and how it looks like to be loved by a God who is faithful, then he will do it. He is the one that's called you to whatever role you're in. So if you're feeling down today, that's my word of encouragement. You can do it through Christ who strengthens you. And he who has begun a good work in you, he's faithful, he's just, he is perfect, unlike us, and he will see you to a perfect end. I want to say bye.
Bye-bye.
We can't say
Bye-bye. Mommy, now can I do my backflip?
okay, I don't want to do backflip, so bye guys.